I was doing a little bit of woodworking yesterday, and the hoover decided to suck up the cable, and it's actually bared the wire, it bared the cable back and the insulation on the individual wire, and it showed the blue wire through it, not the brown one fortunately. See there, it's showing, I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's showing the, you can actually see the copper, which isn't good. So I'm going to do a little bit of a repair on it. Unfortunately the plug has to come off on these things. You can put a bit of insulating tape around it, but it's not ideal. I do have some motorcycle self-amalgamating tape. Let's move this camera slightly, just up the way. Self-amalgamating tape, where is it? This stuff here. I could wrap that around it, but it's just, it's temporary at best. So the plug has to come off. I've got a new plug there, because they're sealed plugs. I don't think they can be reused. I've never tried to reuse one. I'm sure you can, if you just kind of cut that bit off and put the cable straight in, or cut the cable off there, and then, but how do you get into it? They're totally sealed. You'd have to cut it into bits, so it's got to come off. And what I'm going to do is, I've got this stuff which is heat shrink, but it's got glue inside it. It shouldn't, it's quite a long bit, so it'll cover that whole area if I can find it. I've just lost it. I had the tape on so I would find it. So that's got to come off there. I'll get the fuse out of this. I'll harvest the fuse. Might as well keep the fuse, eh? It didn't go off or anything, didn't fuse the thing. I think I've got a fuse place here. I've got these little containers. I got them from the Aldi, and I put all my fuses in there. I'll keep that little cover as well. They're useful as well. That's it. That can basically just go in the bin. Not useful for anything now. I'm going to solder these, because it's a hoover, I'm going to solder this plug on. So solder the connections. Now wait a minute, this is only, there's actually no earth in this. I think I've got a plug that's kind of designed for, well, you know, been wired that way before. I'm surprised there's no earth in there. Oh well, there's no earth. Okay. Right, so we'll get this cable out, stretch a bit off it. It's a really long hose. This is cable. This is why my wife bought it, because it had a really long hose on it. A little bit. Do it the way you're supposed to do it. Supposed to have another set of pliers the other side, but I've got quite strong hands, so just get a bit back. Oh, that's tough, that cable. Wow, there we go. Get a bit of that back. And before I go any further, I've got to get that. Got a bit of heat shrink on it, the glued heat shrink. I don't know what they call that stuff. I think it's a good way of repairing it, because it'll be completely insulated. That's it. I'm just going to go straight in the bin. Try to keep this place tidy. As I'm going along, I can just put it in the bin. Right. So I'll get that over before I start doing anything else. Put the plug on and then try and get it over. Right. Plug here. As long as it's got a 13 amp fuse. There we go. So that's only 3 amp. Okay, we'll change that 3 amp for a 13. It is really quite cold in Scotland this morning. Nice, crisp and fresh and bright. It's very cold. So I really fancied a whiskey last night, but I thought, nah. It's a nice thing on a cold night to have a whiskey. Put a wee 13 amp fuse in it. Now I want to just see if it works. I've got a special tester here. I got this thing. I didn't realise that I had a crocodile clip on it. I've just realised now that's actually got a crocodile clip on it. Right, what is it? How do you test the fuses on this thing? Have a look. Is that a fuse tester? Yeah, bulb fuse test. Okay. That there. So you put the contacts across there, turn it on, and it should tell you. Yep, you're getting continuity there, or you're getting voltage. So it's either lean or go up. Yeah. Fantastic. So that fuse is spot on. Good little thing. That I got it off somebody left work. I don't think their mum was very well. It was their wife actually. And he had to downsize and had a whole load of stuff, and he just says, can you sell some of it, and anything you want to keep, just keep. So that's what I did. I kept that. Thought it was a very useful looking thing. And it really is, because it's got. I'll just show it again. I should really keep it with it. It's got this little plug tester. So if you're doing any electrical work, you can put this in the plug and it'll light up. Obviously you can see what that's going to do. And that just stays in there, and you can also plug things in there. Appliance test. So it tells you what's going on with appliances. There's a little manual with it somewhere. It's a really nice little thing, this. Is that going all the way? Possibly just a bit cold. It is cold in here. What else does it test? It's hard to see all that. Not sure. That's a bulb tester, so you can put the positive and negative. All sorts of this thing. You can move this in 2 different positions. So you've got, what have you got there? Oh, it's really hard to see all this. Torch. Well, you've got different voltages. Is that continuity up there? I'm struggling to see. Well, that's set meter. That's continuity. The top one's continuity. Is that a 3 volt? Yeah, that's the different voltages. That's for batteries. That's for bulbs and fuses, as I've shown you. Interesting little thing. What does that button do? CCT or CCF check? I'm not sure what that's for. I'd have to read the instructions. Good little thing though. Definitely one I'm going to keep hold of. That's it. Yeah, and these have got different size pins, different diameter pins, so it can only plug in one way. Great. Right, pop that. Ah, there's the manual there. I kept it with it on purpose. I like to do that. Keep it kind of organised. There's a little manual, the mighty meter. It tells you 15 volt, 3 volt continuity. CCT check. Oh, it's cold in here. Wow. Whoa. Get a move on. I've got the heater on as well. Is it on full? Yeah, it's on full. It's on a wee. What size of wattage is that thing? It's not very high wattage. There's a 500 watt, maybe I need to get something a bit warmer, a bit hotter. Right, the brain's not working. What was I doing? Right, okay, so we've got to get this off. It's just not got very good strain relief, I noticed, on this plug. Just wondering if it's going to be alright. Because when you're hoovering, you don't mean it, but you do actually tug on the plug a little bit. Might be alright because it's got like a valve, not like a valve, like a... The more you tug on it, the tighter this bit gets. So yeah, maybe it'll be alright actually. And I see they've soldered these plugs, so they put little clips on. I like to get those clips, I think they're handy things. I'm steaming up in here again. And we put the fan on. Okay. So we've got this cable here. Yep. Just got to bear back these wires. So I'll put it in there first, sorry. So we know the power, the power wire, the live wire is going there. We don't really need an awful lot. I want this cable in as quite as far as I can go. So we don't need an awful lot of that brown wire, the live wire, to go there. We need virtually none of it actually. I can probably just cut it off here. And then this one, we want it to come round, pop it round. So we don't need an awful lot of that either. I'm going to strip these back. Wow. I'm going to hang about in here today. I was going to go for a run on the bike, but it's, whew, I think I'll let things warm up a bit. Wanted to make a new GoPro mount. Was that the one? Yeah, that's the one. But see, I've got a mount there somewhere that I've made already. Might just use that today, just get on with things. I've quite a lot to do in the house. We'll just try to fix things up, get things ready for a friend coming. I sold all these. Oh, it's warm, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold. Should have bought that whiskey. Give myself some insulation. Solder iron's got stuck. Yeah, there we go. I really like this. Ouch, that's hot, that. Oh man. Burnt myself. Don't worry, I just burnt myself. No problem. Again. Right, what are we doing? I was blinking burning myself, I tell you what. I'm only doing a wee bit, I don't need the fan. Really in a good position, those wires. Stinks, that stuff. That's it, that'll do it. No bother. Right, get a bit of clean, give it a clean. I'm finished this iron now, I can just turn it off. And that's it. Just put that back in its holder, let it cool down. And switch it off. The only thing about it, it's not got a very long cable. Never mind, nothing's perfect. Right. That's it, perfect. Spot on little job that. Really pleased with them. Contacts. Now the easiest way I find of doing this is just take the actual whole thing out. And get it kind of started. I know I've got it at the right length, so it's not a problem. Get it nipped up so that it's not going to come out. You have to tighten, you can't tighten it down properly. Wires have to be kind of tight, because the electricity pulses, so it does come loose. Sticking out a bit too far that side. Pull that back. That's it. Spot on. Get it nipped up and back in its wee home. That's it all the way home. Then push this in. It's important on a hoover to have strain relief. Maybe still too long, that positive wire. Back a little bit. That'll be absolutely fine. And take this one out as well, a little bit anyway. Don't take it all the way out. Make sure the screw's out. Just as before, just get it kind of started so it's nipped up, and then make sure, don't forget to tighten it down properly. That's it, and then we'll just get it tightened down. Not too tight, but tight, because they do come loose. You just kind of get a feel, you know, when you're going too far. Just trying to do it kind of slowly, and then when it starts to get tight, and then really, really tight, just stop. So that's the plug done. Now it's just finding the gash, and then covering it with a heat shrink and heating it gently, not too high heat. Just heat it slowly so you don't melt the rest of the wire. Right, where's the repair? Where did that go? Get all this stuff out of the way. These are great things. I've said it before, but these are the wick strippers. They're very easy to use, really small for your hand. I like them. And that's cleared the area. You take some more solder in, because I've got another little project coming up, which is this thing here. It's a set of hazard lights. This is actually a Triumph loom, so all the Triumph wires, and I bought myself. Actually, it's a little bit of an investment, because it was, for me, it's expensive. This was £30, which is, I don't want to buy a cheap tool. I want to buy a tool that would last, and this is for non-insulated crimping. I've got, this is also an expensive tool. This was £25. This is a Sealy. This is for insulated crimping, non-insulated. So this, I'll review this actually. I'll do the blocks. I bought some little blocks. Where are they? They're not come yet, but they're just as an example. Where did I put them? I bought a 9-pin block. It's not like that one. I have forgotten somewhere. I wonder if I've given them away. Sure. See here, lots of wires in here. And I like that. I bought one of these. Like, I want to do quite a nice job on it. And I've got this thing as well, which came with the loom. This little clock. I don't know if I'll use it, but it's that there. Right, I'll pop that in that bag actually. I'll put it over there for now. Okay, so I've got to find the gash. Where was it? It's close to the hoover, I think. Should have left the tape on it, but never mind. Because I know if there wouldn't have been much left There it is, there's the gash there. So just mark it so I don't lose it again. A little bit of tape. I need to get some tape in here. What I might do with this, because there's the actual wire showing, not that it'll make any difference, but I was thinking maybe to put a bit of insulating tape over it to start with, and then put this stuff over just to be sure, you know. I don't think it'd do much harm doing that. This is what people normally do, just put a bit of insulating tape over it, which freaks me out because it's not ideal. If I run out of this stuff, yeah, just run out of that stuff. Well, that's good to know. I need some more. Get some here. Where does that just go? There it is. Right. There. Don't go away. Right. Yeah, done a good job of chewing that up, hasn't it? Wow. All I did was go in the hoover. Just hoovered it. I'll use my little tester to test it. It's actually quite good tape that. I wonder where I got that. Because some of the tape you get is very sticky, it's very difficult to work with. There we go. That would probably be good enough. Alright, I've got to try and feed all this up. Okay, just get on with it. Alright, I put it on the floor just to do that. Just to feed it up. I don't think there's any quick way of doing this, you just have to get on with it. It's a really long flex on this thing. That's what attracted my wife to it, because she just wanted something that was, it's all knotted up here. Is it knotted? Yeah, it's not, I'll get the knot out of it. Oh, where are we? Sorry, I just turned you off. Is that the knot out of it then? Yeah, that's the knot out of it. It's easier with the knot out. Right, let's get on with it. I think we're getting to the area we need to be in. Yeah, just there. Right close to the hoover. If we've been near the plug, then obviously it's not going to be near the plug when you're working. Oh yeah, you're not going to be near the plug. Right, so I'll pop that over the fending area, right over the middle of it. Okay, give myself some strain relief so it doesn't fall. Right around like that. Right, put you back up. Pretty straightforward now. Heat gun on, make sure it's sat right. Oh, there we go. God, it's cold in here. Make some breakfast in a minute. Right. Get to temperature. This stuff's got glue in it, so it'll. I found these shrink wrap much better if you, because obviously heat goes up. If you go over the heat gun, if you're trying to just do it, the heat gun on top of the job, it doesn't seem to do it as well. It's not going to come off. So that's it. Repair on the hoover. I'll go and find the end of the plug. And I'll see what that tester does. I'm not sure what it does. How it tests it. Find the end of this plug. Okay. Because it's got a glue in it, nothing will water or anything will get in there. Maybe it needs to be heated up a bit more there, actually. Put it on full blast. Full heat. That's it. Definitely shrunk back now. I think you have to get it hot enough to melt the glue. Yeah, that's spot on now. If I could repair that. Right, let's get the plug. I'm interested to know how this tester actually tests it. I don't know an awful lot, but I wish I did know more about electrics. It's something that does interest me because I find it very logical. The wiring diagrams, I think they're fascinating and very clever. They share wires and etc. Okay, let's have a look. What does this do? We'll plug it in, turn it on. Now what do I do? Maybe I need to be, I don't know. Appliance tester, let's have a look in the little manual. Right. 3-pin socket appliance, okay. Testing continuity for appliances. And that is where that's all color coded. So is that there then? Okay. 1. Place appliance 3-pin plug into appliance test socket with the appliance switch in the on position. You have to turn the hoover on. No, nothing happened there. So if at this stage a reading is obtained without pressing test push button, a short circuit exists between the green yellow wire and either or. Ah, there we go. So you press that, that's continuity. That's CCT test is continuity test. There we go. It's working perfectly. It's continuity, okay. Fantastic. Alright. Well, it works. Done a good wee job there. That'll be watertight, that'll be perfect, that will be. So it's a little bit of a ramble and how to repair. I would say properly that's a better repair than insulating tape, innit? Wouldn't you think? So new plug as well, 13 amp, proper fuse, wired properly, soldered, etc. Thanks for watching.